Everybody, and welcome back to Belle's Fallout 4 Survival Guide, and to part 3 or 4, I think, of the Nuka World DLC. So there's the monorail we came in, we survived the gauntlet, and we became the overboss of Nuka World, a place taken over by raiders where the traders are now slaves and the raiders get all the profits. There are 3 raider gangs. There's obviously the overboss and his sideman, or her sideman, and then there's 3 raider gangs. So we have the pack over there. We have the operators. So well, the pack is, as it sounds, kind of like animals, and they dress like animals. Things like that. Then you have the operators. They like money, caps, getting things like that. Very, very smart. We're going to learn about each of them as we go across now. And then over here we have the disciples, and they are like psychopaths who love to kill and blood. So we're going to speak to Gage really quickly. And
aren't you raiders all the same?
Hey, come on now. Don't need to be insulted. Commonwealth gangs. Well, most of them don't even qualify. They ain't organized. They don't make smart decisions. Basically one step up from rabid animals. I've run with some of them over the years. Every single time, they either think way too small or get themselves wiped out. I make a point of getting the hell out of Dodge before that happens.
They just need a good leader.
Well, that's the difference. Gangs out here, they've got leaders. They're better organized. Anyway, don't mistake the gangs out here for being the same as those Commonwealth saps. Gangs out here, they got agendas. And they're gonna expect results. You need anything else?
I want to know more about Nuka World.
Yeah, good call. Big time amusement park back before the world went to shit. Well, I guess if this place is any indication, it wasn't so hot before it all blew up. Anyway, we weren't the first to think of this place as a good stronghold. Before we got here, a bunch of traders had set up shop and hired a whole lot of guns to protect it. They were dug in like ticks. That's why it took pulling a bunch of gangs together to even have a chance.
You must have lost a lot of men just getting this far.
They knew the risk going in, and hell, they were all probably gonna die anyway. So we've got Nuka Town, and most of the traders work for us now. They ain't happy about it, but screw 'em. We really need the rest of these parks, though. Every one of them not under our control is a threat. And the gangs are too cramped up. They're stepping all over each other. Unless they get room to spread out, there's gonna be bloodshed. So the sooner you get them all to agree to follow orders, the sooner we can...
Sure. Tell me more about the gangs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, quite the assorted bunch. All used to hate each other, and I guess maybe they still do to a degree. Took a shitload of work to get them all on board with this idea, so I really don't want to lose them now. If I were you, I'd start with the disciples. They might all be crazy, probably are in fact, but Nisha has her reasonable moments. Then you've got the operators. Spoiled, rich kids. That doesn't mean they ain't ruthless killers. If you can impress Mags, she'll listen to you. And then there's the pack. I'm not saying they're savages, but, well, shit, they're savages. I don't know how Mason keeps them on a leash. Up to you who you want to trust the most, but you're gonna need to trust at least some of them. You need anything else?
Nothing else for now.
All right. You know where to find me.
so basically this is all about retaking the park. You've seen on the map there are 5 sections. There's Galactic Zone, I'm trying to remember, Dry Rock Gulch, and Safari Park, and then you've got the World of Refreshments thing, and Kiddie Kingdom. Now, that's 5 parks. Now, you've got 3, 3 gangs to please. Now, the thing is, you cannot please all of them. If you give 2 to one pack, 2 to another, and 1 to one, that one is going to be pissed off that you've given to an extra park to the others. So that's what's going to happen. So you really need to make a decision on which gang you like. Now, I like the pack, and I like the operators. Sorry, yawning. And you might like the disciples, which changes it.
Watch yourself, boss, because we sure will be.
And you'll notice as you give parks to each thing, you notice how they like you or hate you more or less. And it's kind of cool, the dynamics of it, to be honest. But yeah, so you need to choose 2 that you like.
Come on, girl. You know we should run this place. Not some little greenie Gage dragged in.
We're giving him a second chance. Gage screws this up, he knows we'll skin him alive. So shut up and be patient.
I just think they're barbaric.
Nothing to say on the matter?
As long as she doesn't get in my way. Don't much care.
Yeah, figured as much.
Both of you just get out of here. And make sure the others get the message.
So yeah, I just think they're a bit barbaric.
Don't look like much to me. You want to talk? Talk to Nisha.
Hey there. So, you're Gage's little pet project.
Watch it, lady. I'm no one's pet.
Really? Gage made Coulter, and now here you are. I'm just calling it as I see it. Everyone knows we all wanted Coulter dead. Of course, if I had my way, it would have been a slow, painful process. But whatever. Let's get this meet and greet over with. I'm Nisha. I lead the Disciples. We've only got one rule around here, and that's keeping the peace of this alliance. Otherwise, the way we see it, this world stopped caring about rules the moment people started dropping bombs on one another.
Rules just hold us back. We should be free to do what we want.
That's what I was trying to tell Coulter all along. Maybe if he listened, he'd still be around. Although I could give him a little credit. He built the gauntlet, after all. Of course, it was total shit at first. No imagination. But we spiced it up a bit.
That thing should be shut down. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? People are dangerous. That thing's child's play. Just a bunch of traps and critters. Let's just hope Gage is right about you. He made a lot of promises to get us here. He never followed through. So you better not screw this up, because I'm not about to tolerate another round of bullshit.
I'm the best there is.
Willing to bet your life on that? You see, the Disciples don't make empty threats. We make good on them. We aren't swayed by caps like those spoiled brats obsessed with their hair, or those savage animals who can't behave in public. Fuck this up, and I will kill you. Although, I admit I have even better plans for Gage. But, if you support us and keep your promises like a good little overboss, we back you. You get to live, and everybody wins.
I don't make promises, and you'll do what I say.
Looks like you're already a step above Coulter. I'll see how this plays out. For now. But if you change your tune and decide to play nice, there's no shortage of work around here.
So yeah, by the way, each faction leader or raider leader has a quest, and if you do it with Gage and accept it, then he'll gain affinity.
Stuck in my head again.
So I'm going to change the radio station because there's a raider radio.
You may run Nuka World, but this is Disciple territory. We're in charge here.
If I hear them pack animals talking trash one more time, they're gonna wake up short a few body parts.
Dixie?
All that time in front of a mirror, and the operators still don't know they look like fools. Bless their little hearts.
So,
I had it out with that disciple chick.
turn the radio down.
Again.
Oh shit. Just stop the audio thing. There it is.
With that disciple chick again today, Anna. Tired of her always winning. She's got better aim, better comeback, even packs a better punch. Well, not for long. Fuck these rules. I'm going after her. Then, when she's floating face down in the swan pond, we'll see who's better. I can't wait to see. What the hell? How'd you get in here? What?
A girl's got her ways. I'm just here because Anna's big into helping Nisha keep the peace between all us gangs. Me? Not so much.
What the?
That should keep you quiet till I get you back to Fizz Top. Oh, were you recording this just for little old me? You operators are such sweethearts.
Oh shit.
Hey, Ruth. Sammy just came back with this girl Dixie and brought the best news ever. She said she comes from a place where we'll be safe and protected called Nuka World. Finally. I am so tired of trying to live out here on our own, dealing with raiders and finding food and just surviving. We're packing up to leave, and we're out of here. I wanted to leave this message for you.
It's awfully sweet of y'all to welcome a stranger into your home.
You've no idea how happy we are that we ran into you.
Not as happy as I am.
What are you doing? Wait, I thought you were here to... Ah! Kate! Run!
Sam! No! What have you done?
Oh, don't worry, honey. I'll never keep two lovebirds apart.
No! No!
Oh.
That went well.
This is why I hate the disciples.
What's this? I think I'll keep you as my little souvenir.
Trading this area seems pretty scarce. Thinking of packing it in and heading back to the Commonwealth. I lost one of the Brahmins to some damn rad squirrel the other day. I think Emmy's coming down with something. The rest of us are just at each other's throats.
I'm not sure what's
Tired of
worse.
traveling,
Wearing a tie.
barely running into any business. This whole plan was a bust. As it is, we barely got enough to pay for our losses.
Hey, are all y'all traders? If so, I know a pretty good post nearby. Guarantee you'll turn a profit if you want to check it out.
Yeah, well, not sure we want to trust anything some stranger in a mask told us. Sure you're not some sort of raider?
I ain't no raider, and I only wear this mask on account of some Yao-guai wanting a piece of me a while back. It's up to you folks. If y'all are interested, Nuka World's just a short trip north. Can't miss it. Just tell them Disney sent ya, and they'll treat you and yours like y'all are family.
We'll talk about it. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe we'll have to check out this Nuka World outpost before heading back. It'd be worth a shot. I'll have to talk with the others, and hope no fights break out this time.
Well, that didn't work out for you, Dylan, did it? Alright, let's hack Nisha's
There we go.
terminal. So, watch list. Ruby. Rumors are saying Ruby's stealing from our own. Not sure what pisses me off, that she's stealing from us or that she got caught. Either way, I don't have any proof besides Paige's claim, and Paige is probably too high on Jet to trust. Going to let this sit for now and see how it goes. Josie. Savoy found the remains of what looks like Josie's handiwork. I have one rule here. People why is it so damn hard to follow? When you hide a body, not only do you make sure it's hidden, you make sure it's really dead. Savoy said the pack guy was halfway back to Nuka World when he found him. No solid proof that it was Josie besides the fact that she and this guy got into it the other day. Samuel seems to forget who's in charge here and likes to question my decisions. He's smart enough to not challenge me directly, and I'm sure he knows if he tried to take me out, Savoy and Dixie would never follow him. He's trouble though, reminds me of Sledge, and he's new, so he doesn't know what went down back then. But if he keeps it up, he's going to learn the hard way, just like Sledge did. Kari. On watch for different reasons, Kari has a bit of a conscience. Stopped going on raids, barely leaves Fizztop. Something's up with her. She's either realised that this isn't life for her, or she's been compromised. And if I find out she's turned traitor, I'm going to enjoy every moment I have tearing her apart. Reports. Town remains. Remains of an old abandoned town south of Nuka World called Bradperton. Should be good for standard supplies, but nothing of real interest. Herbologists. Val said some crazies calling themselves herbologists have taken over the old calf by the giant fire hydrant. I gotta admit, I'm inclined to leave them be. Fanatics are always destructive in their own ways. There should be good entertainment from a distance. Grantchester. Dixie found an old roadside attraction called the Grantchester Mystery Mansion. She said it looked to be in decent condition, complete with an annoying ticket-taking Protectron, so it's worth looking into. She has a few slaves in tow, so didn't investigate further. We'll need to put a team together to check it out at some point. So, I'm not sure if you ever heard of the Winchester mansion, about the woman who... She was like the husband, the wife of the man who created the Winchester rifle, and basically she believes her house was full of ghosts, so she created rooms that led to nowhere. Hallways that led to nowhere, endless rooms, endless doors, to trap these ghosts and confuse them so they'd be trapped in the house, as these were the ghosts of the people who were killed by the Winchester rifle. There's actually a movie on it with Helen Mirren, pretty scary. But that's kind of what this is based on, that house. The Grantchester Mystery Mansion, the Winchester Mansion, kind of based on the same thing. Or inspired, should I say. Inspired is better. So that's the Disciples. They are some psychotic, psychopathic, fucking
Gage must have pulled a few strings.
blood-loving, torturing-loving, demented individuals who I absolutely hate, and I hate all their decorations as well. But they are what I would call true raiders.
Really only has one rule around here. Don't get caught. Heard you put a pretty good beat down on Val. What happened?
I was out of smoke since she didn't want to hook me up.
Hell, in that case, she deserved it. A lot worse for a cigarette.
So that was Nisha. So now let's go speak to the operators. And they are here. They call them spoiled rich kids because, well, you're gonna find out their backstory. You're gonna find out their backstory. Let's just say the Great Green Jewel once was the residence of these people.
Sorry, Max. All anyone's turned up so far is that she's got that pit boy on her arm.
So, our new overboss is a vault dweller.
Or ice the vault dweller.
You can go. Hey. Well, I suppose we all owe you for putting down Coulter.
Man was an idiot. Made us all look bad.
A clown stuck in his own little car. I guess we can take some solace in the fact that someone finally gave him what he deserved. I want to know, what did you feel as you did it? When you brought that walking pile of human garbage to his knees?
Taking down an opponent like that, it's thrilling.
Sure looked it.
Perhaps you're better suited to this than I expected. Regardless, Gage's decree means that you're the new overboss. I suppose we can only hope you work out better than the last one. I'm Mags. This is my brother, William.
Pleasure.
Along with our co-conspirator, Lizzie, we run this crew. Call ourselves the Operators. You'll come to understand soon enough that we are the only gang you should be backing around here. Because we're the only ones who see this place for what it is. A temple. A testament to the only thing that matters in this world.
Making money?
Exactly. Caps. This place was built for the sole purpose of taking caps out of the pockets of fools. We only joined Gage and Coulter's little menagerie in order to restore it to that goal, though by somewhat more cutthroat methods than I expect its founders intended.
Instead, Coulter had us sitting on our asses for the better part of a year while he lived large in a damn mountaintop.
And that means, if you're going to be in charge around here, we'd like some assurances that you intend to bring this place back to its true purpose. And that we're going to get back to robbing folks of their fucking money.
My goal is to use this place to make all the money I can.
Well, it's about damn time.
I look forward to seeing your claims put into action. So, you're welcome in the parlor whenever you like. Make yourself at home. And if you think you might be interested in running some jobs for us, you just come speak to me. And we'll all be anxiously awaiting getting this place back to doing what it does best.
Hey, William.
Any operator gets caught breaking the peace, I'll punish them myself, boss. Can't let them think it's all right to get caught.
And there's a lot that can be done with this place. All you need is the will.
Yes. Got it.
I suggest we take as much as we can carry.
Sweet.
So, this is not Mags's thing is. So, Nisha disciples. Taken by raiders at a young age, believes deeply in the power of violence, makes her a dangerous adversary. That said, she has a penchant for justice among her own. Stole gang from previous leader by gaining their respect, rather than through graft or deception. Irritatingly hard to exploit people like that. Ultimately acts as a stabilizing agent among the disciples, means Nisha's place in their hierarchy should not be tampered with. Dull, but the right move. Any other disciples in that role would likely lead to utter havoc. Dixie springs to mind. Dixie, true psychopath, clever, devious, bloodthirsty. Suspects she's responsible for the death of at least 3 operators since her arrival. Very more likely. Takes and treasures souvenirs from her victims. Someone meddling with her toys might be able to get her to do something rash, should the need arise. Granted her current position by Nisha, probably sport of the girl's vanity, much less likely to turn on a boss if she thinks she's respected. Thanks to that, she doesn't seem to honour Nisha's authority. Granted her current position by Nisha, probably to sport the girl's vanity, much less likely to turn on a boss if she thinks she's respected. Thanks to that, she does seem to honour Nisha's authority, doesn't appear to have plans to claim leadership for herself. Best for all of us, it stays that way. Savoy, Nisha's enforcer, fiercely loyal, likely the only reason the man's been given a place of prominence among their little coven. Had one of our girls attempt to seduce him, see if we might be able to sway him as a contact, but to no avail. Had one of the boys try too, similar results. Suspect he's probably working for or with the only person he has eyes for. Would explain the loyalty. So he's in love with Nisha. Mason, current pack alpha, displaced his two predecessors by tarring and feathering them, sending them out into the wastes. Okay. Pack law states members can only shame one another, never kill. Both former alphas were never heard from again after being given the boot. Acquiring proof of their deaths would be useful leverage. We'll send out a search party, see what they can turn up. Otherwise, man's more nuisance than threat, like the rest of the pack. Gage, unaffiliated. One half of the alleged masterminds behind the Nuka World plan, clearly as much the rube as the rest of us. It does seem like he honestly believed in Coulter. Now, though, just seems worried he's going to share Coulter's fate if things don't get back on track. Not wrong. Undoubtedly moved on this new overboss to protect his own neck. However, man generally does appear to believe that Nuka World can be used to make us all rich, so it does have some value. Coulter, idiot. No one's problem anymore. So, Maggie, it's your mother. Mother, it's Mags. Maggie, it's your mother.
Maggie, it's your mother.
Evelyn Black. That's a nice name.
I want you to know your father and I, we take no pleasure in this decision. But at this point, we don't have a choice. You and Bill have dragged the Black name through the muck for the last time. What they say you two and that Wyatt girl did to those classmates of yours. True or not, defending you both again and again. It's gotten to the point we can barely do business in this town anymore. You two have cost us so much. And are you repentant? Are you sorry? Of course not. Well, we are through defending you. You're going to accept the exile the town demands. You're going to leave Diamond City for good. And you will never, ever see another cap from your father or I again. You had every chance in the world to make this right, Maggie. Well, we are done giving you chances.
Ooh, what did she do?
Mother, it's Max. Thank you so much for your tape. It kept William, Lizzie, and I very entertained during our time in the holding cell. We found the part about refusing us our inheritance particularly amusing. Because that money is ours. Years we spent under your thumb, trying to be perfect little dolls you always wanted. Both have the scars to prove it. So if you think we didn't burn every cap that's due to us, you're even dumber than I thought. We're coming for those caps, and there's nothing you can do to stop us.
So she sounds quite young there. So I think they killed their parents.
Odd jobs available if you want to get your hands dirty. Talk to Mag.
Hey there. Over, boss. Making trouble? Good.
So yeah, that's Mags and William, and then they had a co-conspirator, Lizzie. So we'll see if we can find her. She's down generally in the kitchen, cooking up stuff. I don't
We all
think.
considered putting a bullet in Coulter's back at some point. Suppose you just beat us to it.
Oh.
I always thought the parlor was a bit garish, but Mags and William have taken a shine to it, and two trump one, I guess.
Hey, Lizzie.
So much money spent on this place, just to hawk some soda. Sad, don't you think?
She seemed literally kind. Probably led primarily by them.
Mags and William normally have me frisk visitors.
Okay, so now we're just gonna check out the Nuka-cade, which is just before you go into the Fizz Top Mountain area. So if you just go into the Nuka-cade, there's 2 other places we need to go as well, and then we can start getting on with Porter's main plan in the next video. So this is Nuka-cade, very blue.
You're the new overboss, right? You sure made an example out of Coulter.
Are you kidding? That was a piece of cake.
Well, you have to admit, you had a bit of help. Gage was the one that clued you in. Yeah, don't worry. Your secret's safe.
Good. Then you and I won't have a problem.
As long as you run these gangs the way they were meant to be run, we'll never have a problem. With Coulter running the show, business was starting to dry up. Now that you're here, I'm betting everyone stands to make a lot more money. Speaking of which, I'm hoping you're here to spend a little bit of your own at the Nuka-cade.
Sure, why not? This place looks like fun.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah, all of the amusements and games around you are working thanks to yours truly. I'm the only one that can take them apart and put them back together again. If I go, then it's only a matter of time before they fall apart. And all the cute little prizes you can win? Yeah, you can thank me for those too.
How do I get started?
Eager to play, eh? That's what I like to hear. Every game in the Nuka-cade still takes the original pre-war tokens. Just slot one into the machine and you're off. If your score is high enough, the machine will kick out a bunch of tickets which you can redeem at a prize terminal for all sorts of goodies.
Okay.
Please tell me.
Of course I do. But that isn't... You can also get tokens from the pre-war token machines in the Nuka-cade. They only take pre-war money. And if you look around the parks hard enough, I'm betting you'll find a few here and there. I'll tell you what. Just to officially welcome you to Nuka World, here's a token to get you started.
How about 3? As a gift to welcome the new overboss?
Sure, why not? May it? Well, I guess that... If you need anything... Oh, don't forget to...
Perfect.
Hey.
Yes. Remind you of brighter days, man? My databanks are continuing to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the Commonwealth.
A few of the machines have been acting up, but don't worry. I fixed them.
That last one died too fast. Losing my time.
If Lizzie asked you to volunteer for one of her tests, don't.
This is Del Walsh. I'm a paramedic in Nuka World's Infirmary Center, and this report is dated July 14th, 2077. Now, I'd like to officially go on record to express my dismay at the current safety conditions of some of Nuka World's rides. I've just completed treating a patient who suffered multiple cuts and bruises after riding Mad Mulligan's minecart ride. Now, in the last year alone, I've treated 7 broken bones, 9 major lacerations, 78 muscle injuries, and 166 minor lacerations, all due to ride malfunction.
I'm not sure what's worse, sharing this park with pack animals or operator brats.
At least we don't hide behind masks.
Well, with a face like that, you really should reconsider.
Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, how high were they when they built this place?
Oh. Hi there.
I'm not much for conversation.
Welcome to the nest, boss. We was wondering when you'd make it down here.
Can you talk to Mags or something? He said we ain't allowed to kill anyone. So, Tell me, did you have to wait in a long line this season?
No.
Gotta
I'll walk
chase
right up.
what you wanna catch.
Dad, most can handle their own shit without bothering me about it. You need help finding your place here?
No? No, I can handle it.
There's plenty of collars in the kennels if you can. He was sheep or a wolf? Because the pack runs with wolves. Now that I get a closer look at you, not sure I'm buying this new overboss thing.
As long as you care about yourself, you'll do what I tell you.
Ha! You might make it out of here alive after all. Name's Mason, the Pack's Alpha. This here's our side of town. You might be overboss, for now, but I'm the boss of the Pack, and it's gonna stay that way. Long as you don't go forgetting that, we're gonna be fine.
I'm not here to make us friends. I'm here to make us some caps.
I think we can all respect Caps, if not each other. Look, it ain't like anyone's broke up about Coulter. Just figured on his replacement being, well, different. But Gage says you're the boss now, so you're the boss.
Coulter was weak. Why'd you follow him at all?
Been wondering that ourselves. Don't get me wrong, Coulter was definitely overboss. Not a man to mess with. And things were good in the beginning. Real good. But that was a year ago. Then Coulter went soft. Wanted to take stock in what we achieved.
I think you're a bunch of ungrateful children.
Careful there, boss. We ain't ungrateful, just fed up. Sure, this place beats living in the shitholes we had out there, but it ain't the palace of Caps we signed up for. Ain't none of us happy, not even the disciples. And they're normally a chipper bunch so long as they're drenched in blood. Things were going to hell fast, but Gage put the brakes on that. Got us together and promised he'd find someone to deal with Coulter.
So, what's the real story behind Gage and Coulter?
Hey, I only know what I've heard. Story is that Gage talked Coulter into becoming overboss. And he got you in here, didn't he? Maybe he likes people owing him. Maybe it lets him get things done without getting dirt on his hand. After Coulter went soft, Gage got us behind closed doors and promised he'd get someone to off Coulter. And you did just that. Might have been the whole point of the gauntlet all along.
I'm not Coulter, so that better not happen to me.
Yeah, sure, boss. I get it. I do. We're totally willing to give you a chance. We are. Look, let's cut to the chase. You gonna do right by the Pack. I hear you've been talking to the other gangs.
Be a good dog and do what you're told, or you'll be put down.
Whoa there, boss. Nothing from my guys, all right? You got enough to worry about without a dominant struggle inside the Pack to deal with. You know what? I think we're not so different, me and you. I want you to have this. Consider it a token of our mutual understanding and respect. One last thing before I let you go. There's always work to do around here. If you're ever able to lend a hand, loyalty's a two-way street.
Ain't no one sad about Coulter. Just don't screw this up.
If you're wearing a collar, it's because you asked for it. Ain't
Mason's been waiting for you. Hey, Gage.
The overboss returns. Well, you're back in one piece. That's a good sign. Everything all peachy with our friendly neighborhood stuff. Sure hope you didn't promise them to. I mean, going a little over the top is part of the game, but you don't want them holding it against you if you can't deliver.
All the gangs are on board.
I knew you had it in you. Time to roll up your sleeves, boss. There's work to be done. This place is huge. Divided up into sections. Parks, whatever the hell they called them back in the day. We need to take them all back. One at a time. Every section we secure gives us a little more breathing room and more resources. You stake a claim, plant a little flag for one of the gangs, and that settles it. It's theirs for good. Who gets what, that'll be your call. Whoever you hand it off to will appreciate it, but the others might get a little jealous. You know how it goes.
It's gonna feel good to be in charge.
Yeah, sure will. Be real nice to have this place all under our control. So that's it. Nice and simple, right? Take a minute. Settle in if you want. And then let's get to it. And hey, we're in this together. So I might as well go all in. You want me watching your back? You just say the word.
That sounds like a great idea, Gage. You got a deal.
You're the overboss.
Hey.
What's up? You need something, boss?
Have any gear I can buy off you?
Yeah, here you go. Sometimes, it works in your favor if the sheep see you coming. Let 'em sweat. They